What's up, guys? We got a great video from Distro Reborn, Delusional and entitled Therapist's Brutal Opinion on Modern Women. Let's get it.
Yes, I'm noticing this trend with my female therapy clients. When they're in romantic relationships with men, they feel like the men should pay them money or for them to get their hair done, their nails done, fix their car, put gas in the car, all those things on a regular basis. They have described this as being an expectation of the man that they're in a relationship with. I think that's different because when I think about growing up, for me, like in the 90s, I don't remember seeing my friends or other women that I knew who expected these things. So it seems like it's something that's just currently going on right now. Some of those things that women expect should be done should not be done by a dating partner or a boyfriend, but maybe could be done by a person that's a husband or someone you're in a committed relationship with. So maybe you guys can help me. Maybe I'm missing something.
Yes, my brothers, we must own this failure. We must own the fact that we have spoiled these women into fermentation. We've allowed them to devalue the never-ending shrimps of Red Lobster and attack our childhood haven, known as the Cheesecake Factory.
To this day.
We stood idle while such atrocities occurred, just to get a slice of some coochie with the umbilical cord still attached from her last unclaimed baby. What say you? How will we atone for such blunders? For now, the Matrix punishes us for our negligence. Like the locusts of Egypt, the Matrix floods us with these bimbos of entitlement. These women don't come from families with familiar last names like Bush, Hilton, or Kennedy, yet they think they deserve the top 10% of men. Why? Because she saved up 8 paychecks to buy a Cartier bracelet, and she can apply foundation to her acne-infested face like one of those deranged makeup artists at Macy's. And even with the blonde wig, she just can't sell her fake Valley Girl accent. She is desperate to look like she comes from money. For example,
We are in the era of Delulu. Come on now. My paycheck, my money. Eh? How do you feel entitled that by dating you, I have to take over the parental responsibilities? You're a grown-up person. You want taken care of. If you want taken care of, then be serious about me. Be serious. Be committed, so that I can take the next steps to get to marry you. You understand? But you want right off the bat, we just start dating, and then you are expecting all these financial responsibilities being taken care of. What was your education for? Why do you think your parents were empowering you, taking you to school? If that's the case where dating has to be like, a man has to be responsible for that woman, he has to take all the financial responsibilities, then that school and the empowerment your parents were doing, it's all for nothing. You understand? So whoever created all these expectations, or whoever started doing this kind of thing in the name of love, it wasn't love, it was simping. And now you find that all this generation has to pay the price, because some men were simping at some point. They thought maybe for them to get coached, they should shower or they should throw all these monies on these women. And these women were raised by single mothers, some of them with the expectation that a man has to take care of you, not knowing if that was the case, or maybe it just happens. Women just wake up because of social media and influences, because of all these people who have been or having all the married men do this kind of thing for them. Now they are demanding even from single guys that these guys should be able to pay for their ABC. Come on now, we move.
I want to address this comment here. I completely understand and I respect your thoughts, but I don't completely agree with this because it's not always true. As a woman that gets this compliment very, very often about being classy, you could have or possess all the grace and poise and eloquence effortlessly, but a man that's not a natural giver, you still have to train him. And part of that training is being direct with what your expectations are. Ask for what you want and don't take no for an answer. So that grace and that poise that you have, you can keep it in your back pocket when dealing with a man that is not a natural giver. and you have to train him.
Come now, let's be honest. This quote-unquote woman is 2 brushstrokes away from a RuPaul drag show reunion. Yes, you have allowed such delusions to exist because you have held back the urge to drop a heartfelt shut the F up. But I, Lord Destro, relinquish you from these chains. I want you to tell a delusional chick to shut the up whenever you feel the urge to. And then you must instantly tell her to sit down.
Shut up and sit down.
You see, this is essential to reset their software and defragment their hard disk.
Instead of going to a fight state, just go to a more surrender state. Relax about it. There you go.
And then sit her down and play her this next video.
You're telling me you have 0 personal goals, you have a friend group with 0 social equity, and you lack critical thinking.
You lack discipline.
But you think you're gonna pull a wealthy man. The math is not mathing. Those men marry women who have had their own personal initiatives that they have been working on for years. Because those women bring something to the table. I know that phrase triggers a lot of women, but we need to reinvent and reclaim what it means to bring something to the table. We all know the table is just a euphemism for how are you useful? Because frankly, that is what a whole relationship is about. How can we benefit each other so we can both elevate? I'm not even talking about domestic labor, because wealthy men can pay for domestic labor. They can pay for someone to cook. They can pay for someone to clean. They can pay for someone to do their laundry. That's not what it means to bring something to the table. Being useful to me looks like being able to plan an amazing vacation for you and your partner to de-stress, or creating a financial plan for the next year. Maybe you have a business idea and you've made enough connections to where you and your partner can both eat off of this business idea and flip a bag. This year, I really want women to think about, what can I bring to the table? And let's reinvent what that word and that phrase actually means instead of it triggering so many of us. Because frankly, being useful is what's always going to secure your personal autonomy with or without a man.
Okay, so what do you bring to the table triggers a lot of women. I know most of the times a normal guy won't ask a woman like, what do you bring to the table? The only reason why this question is there was because of some podcasts where men are trying to see whether women position themselves to see what they think about what's in their head, whether those women also position themselves to say, okay, I want a high value man. Because every woman says, I want a high value man, but do they really position themselves for that high value man to see value in them? That high value man is not going to ask them that, what do you bring to the table? This question is asked so that whether women do position themselves. But women get triggered. Why? Because when they look at their life and they see the characteristics, the attributes they have, the behavior, and the way they carry themselves and the things they do on a daily basis, those are not the things that a high value man would want. So when you ask, or for the sake of conversation, you ask a woman, what do you bring to the table? That is going to trigger them. When they will start calling you names whatsoever, they will call you. But that question is asked to see whether women position themselves, because men usually do. If I want to be a better husband, I want to be a better boyfriend, I want to be a better father, we get to position. It's all about work. We put in the work. You become better. You become a better provider by making more money. Not just the money, you also make time. There are these gestures that we do for our partners. You understand? But it's never the other way around. What do women do? Other than the sex that they are offering, nothing else. Because even men do offer sex. Are you saying women don't want sex? They want sex. In fact, they are more sexual beings than men are. It's just that men like planting everyone, but even women now are doing it. They are for the streets now. There are women that are for the streets. So you understand? So if a woman can offer sex, even a man can offer sex. You understand? So, but like outside that, you see that men are creating so much value out there and women are not. So when you ask what you bring to the table, that triggers women, because now she's been talking, or she's being delusional that she's going to find a rich man, yet she has she has 3 children from 3 different men, 2 children from different men. So even if she didn't bring anything to the table, a high value man is not going to go for a woman with 3 kids from 3 different dudes. You understand? So that triggers, because like, you know, from a natural thing would be I've talked too much, guys. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section. So let's go on watching this video and subscribe to the channel.
I really need you to ask yourself this question. How is this woman you're with useful to you? Now, before you push this question aside, let's play with it. Other than sex and a possible child, how is this woman that you are dealing with useful to you? I mean, think about it. Does she offer you anything other than sex and a future womb? Now, if you can't answer, then maybe you need to question your choice and partner. Yes, there is no loud woman to jump in and interrupt your grace by calling him sassy for asking this essential question. It's only you and your thoughts right now. Truth is, women are actually bragging about how little they have to bring to the table. I mean, they are telling their sisters to lie about having any skills that you might find attractive. For example.
Okay, so one of my closest friends is dating right now after, like, newly into dating after being in a long-term relationship. And she has sent me a screenshot of a conversation that she was having with a man a couple days ago. And in the conversation, I'm not even gonna get in what it said, but one particular thing, he asked what she was doing. She said, cooking, I love to cook. He said, I love to eat. Okay, cool. Couple days go by and we're talking about it, and I tell her, like, you know something, like, I don't know if I said, like, it bothered me, but I said, me personally, I wouldn't even tell a man I had a kitchen. I wouldn't even tell a man I had a kitchen. You don't need to know that I even know how to cook. That's not even your business yet. But I guess the crazy thing in the situation is that we're grown as hell. Like, she's 30 and really can cook and really does like to cook. But when y'all are dating, are y'all telling people information like that? Because all I can think about is doing all that wifey shit knowing he don't fuck with you. Like, I just wouldn't even say that. Like, that's not even your business. You ask what I'm doing, twiddling my thumbs, about to go get my nails done. What? I don't know. Why would you need to know that I'm cooking?
So now, that's the case, then why do you want to know how much I make? Why are you trying to get some information about my job so that you can estimate how much I make? Why do I have to show? And why do you want me to take you to a very expensive place? Guess why? If that's the case, we're gonna meet over coffee. We're gonna meet over coffee. You understand now why men take these kind of women with this kind of thinking to a coffee date? And even they take them to a coffee, it's just for the fun of it. You understand? It's just somebody, like, you have so much time on your hand and you just want to. And you take her to a coffee date and she complains. You understand? And this kind of thing. She's saying all that, and then yet she doesn't want me to show up in my Honda Civic. She wants me to show up in a Mercedes Benz. Ooh, these double standards. Okay, decide not to bring value to the table. You're gonna hit the wall.
Yes, because we have allowed it. Women are actually trying to minus the skills they bring to the table. My brothers, we are in a state of duress. No, a state of emergency. We cannot allow this trend to continue on into 2025. We must corner these heathens and vagabonds and bring them under the light of shame. Not even 1 shilling will we spend on these obsolete 304s. Only on virtuous women that have been properly vetted and scrutinized. And obviously on foreign tenderloin, which our vibranium passport will give us access to. One day we will spill mead and break bread in the halls of the Cheesecake Factory. Once our deed is done, stay vigilant, my brothers, and most importantly, stay classy.
You stay classy, San Diego.
But wait a minute. You didn't smash the bell and press the like button. Blasphemy. And although you will never be worthy of a monarch such as myself, Lord Destro would suggest that you poor fools at least give oligarchy a try. So
Thanks for this video. Thanks Destro Reborn for this amazing video. So the last thing I'll say, if you're a man that's looking forward to have normal children, especially for your daughters, I mean, you shouldn't just plant your seed anywhere. Because if you get a 3 or 4, you are dooming your entire generation. You understand? You're gonna have children with so many different characteristics which you won't even like. So you look for that woman that's pure enough for you to continue with your, you know what I'm saying? Guys, thanks for watching and subscribe to the channel. I'm Benzo, and I'll see you in the next one.